Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
The public has a right to know the answer about what happened on January 6th before they asked to vote again this year. Now, because of today's decision, that is highly, highly unlikely. It's a terrible disservice to the people of this nation. So now the American people have to do what the courts should have been willing to do, but will not. The American people have to render a judgment about Donald Trump's behavior. The American people must decide whether Donald Trump's assault on our democracy on January 6th makes him unfit for public office in the highest office in the land.
It is the Stephanie Miller Show. Allison Gill is here with us. Yeah. Oh, hi. Were you voguing? What were you doing?
I was doing my New Orleans magician robocall.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the good news is the vast majority of Americans wanted a verdict before the election, feel like they're owed that. So I just feel like the combination of that and what the Supreme Court did yesterday on top of Roe, Allison, is going to mobilize our base. I don't care what anybody says, like nobody's business. You and I are at the point where we'll take any sliver of justice. Rudy Giuliani has been disbarred in New York. I'm guessing he's going to get kicked out of bars later when he drowns his sorrows over that.
86th. He's 86th from practicing law.
Yeah, exactly. Also, could I have the tiniest of violence? This will just make us happy, Allison. Steve Bannon in jail. Now, I know you and Pete Strzok discussed what toiletries are available in prison. Not that he's ever used any hygiene products, obviously, before. Is what you were discussing, correct?
Yeah, he might have to now. But I also found out that the reason he's in a low security prison and not club fed is because of his previous felony conviction. He was pardoned.
Yeah.
But that is one of the reasons, and the fact that he's a media figure. So I know that he's real mad that he's not at club fed right now. He's at Danbury. There he is for 4 months.
I'm sorry. Go ahead with the violin. Steve Bannon spent his first night in his federal prison. The world got a glimpse into what life will be like for him for the next 4 months. I love this. I have to discuss this with Frangela. Sam Mangle, Bannon's prison consultant. Do black people get prison consultants?
No.
Do they do your
Not
colors?
in general.
Or is there mani pedi first? Or what happens?
No.
It's his prison consultant, Allison. Dropped him off at the facility in Danbury. Bannon along with Mangle. Oh, and Bernard Carrick, who knows about a little something about being in prison. Met with a prison captain and lieutenant in what they called a very civil handoff. No handcuffs. Did black people get that?
No.
Okay. I think anyone going to prison is going to be scared. Is going to be nervous, Mangle said. And as soon as somebody walks through those gates and the door closes, reality sinks in. Bannon has a list of things to remember during his stay and most focus on why he's there.
That was really Shawshank Redemption. When that door closes and it's
clank.
Exactly.
I think of the guy like, I'm not supposed to be here.
And he's the first one who gets whacked.
Bannon will forfeit not only his freedom, but also the internet and many communications. Aw, his phone time will be limited. His emails will be heavily monitored.
Attica.
No business or podcast while he's in prison. Oh, baby. Take your podcast. Oh, he can call into shows. Yeah, Steve, go ahead. Call in. Have one of your lice dial us. Should he conduct business while behind bars, he could lose all his privileges. Uh-oh. So Bannon handled processing, including being strip searched. Oh.
Ew.
I don't know how the guards handled it, but Mangle said he was ready. He's prepared. He went in there, his head held up high. He will likely work in the library as an orderly. He's going to stand by his bed and be counted. It's going to be in many ways culture shock. It's a very humbling experience for. So stressful. I'm stressed out just hearing about it. Okay, I just thought that would make us happy.
Okay. Yeah. Good riddance. Get in there.
Yeah.
05365059 or whatever his number is.
Whatever your number is. Yeah. Well, and the other thing people were pointing out, I think it was the state attorney for Palm Beach, he said he has only himself to blame for not being able to use his podcast the next 4 months to rally, just maggot idiots. First, Bannon didn't qualify for executive privilege because he only worked in the White House a few months. He hadn't been in the White House for years. Trump's attorney said that defense wasn't going to work because Trump was not going to invoke executive privilege for Bannon. Third, the courts ruled the advice of counsel doesn't work in contempt cases like this. So Bannon would have been better going straight to jail instead of dancing around the Monopoly board. He and his podcast, as a result, will be on hiatus for the next 4 months. He only has himself to blame. And of course,
I love
he's
that
whining.
I love that he can call into other shows, though, and I hope they play the part where they're like, "You have a call from inmate
Prisoner
Yes.
number.
Right.
65059. Do you accept the charges?" I look forward to that.
Please, Steve, call us. I'll accept the charges. And we're not here to laugh at you. We're here to laugh really hard at you. Okay, let's go to Linda in Jersey. You're on with Allison. Hello, Linda.
Hi. I'm
Hi.
nervous here. I didn't think I was going to get on.
Uh-oh.
Thank you for taking my call, first
You're
of all.
welcome.
But I have a problem. I listen to you every day, especially when I'm down. You always cheer me up.
Uh-huh.
But after the verdicts, after the debate, I am so depressed, and I don't think, even laughing about it is going to make me feel better. It's just not.
Really?
We don't
Even the thought of
have-
Claire McCaskill throwing bundt cakes around her kitchen? No?
Yeah, I probably could have thrown a couple myself if I could bake them.
All right.
Oh, you could make a tunnel of fudge, I'm sure.
Problem is, the Republicans do what the Republicans do the best.
Right.
They put roadblocks up for everything we do, and we don't fight back. You have to, like Honoré said, you have to do more than just say, oh, well. And I know that I should do more, but I am depressed because we don't fight.
Well,
We don't fight, and we just can't say, oh, well, we got to get out and vote, because they'll block the vote wherever they think it's going to be to their disadvantage.
Yeah, but Linda, the Biden administration, first of all, is in charge, and voting is state by state, and that's exactly what they want, is they want us to despair, right, Allison? I mean, that's exactly the tool of authoritarians. They want us to feel despair, and it's over, and we're depressed, and we don't have time.
Yeah,
we don't have time for despair.
I'm thoroughly depressed.
Yeah, no, I mean, and you know what? You wouldn't be a sentient human if you weren't. It's no
Right.
question. These have been some body blows the last couple of weeks.
Channel that into
Yep.
writing some postcards.
Yeah. No, I mean, you just got to channel your rage.
It'll make you feel better.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
It'll
absolutely.
make you feel better.
Absolutely. I mean, Al Sharpton, there's people that are, firing me up. He said of Biden, he had a bad night. He had a terrible night, but we do not say, wait a minute. He helped to preserve and maintain affordable care. He fought for police reform, giving the executive order on George Floyd, brought unemployment numbers down after catastrophe that Trump handed us, record low black unemployment numbers, really all the things, infrastructure bill, inflation bill. We're not going to give him the weekend to see if he can recover. I think we cannot. We have to stop whining and start winning. The other part, and I'll finish, is what happens if he steps out. We're going to have a riotous convention. We're going to have this crowd against this crowd against this crowd. All Trump has to do is sit back at a Big Mac and watch the Democrats destroy themselves.
I love that. All the things. That's the campaign slogan. Joe Biden, because all the
Because
things.
all the things. I mean, Adam Kinzinger, just real quick, doubling down. 13 or 12. Sorry, first.
Don't regret my endorsement because Donald Trump is an existential threat to this country. I believe that. I believe Joe Biden will win. I just asked the Democrats to do whatever, including in the campaign for Biden, is necessary to defeat Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Prosecute the case against Donald Trump. I don't think that's been done very effectively. Certainly was not done effectively on debate night.
I mean, Allison, we were saying, Jody and I just saw him. It's 3 weeks ago now, I think. He was great. I mean, if he had been like that on debate night 3 weeks ago, if he'd been like that in North Carolina the day after, even last night, I'd be like, oh.
If we've been consistently that way, sure. But this seems like an anomaly. I think it should be investigated by journalists as to why it was an anomaly. I don't think it's up to Joe Biden to come out and say why. The MSM, the mainstream media, is like, come and tell us why you were so bad. And then he will. And then the mainstream media will be like, why are you making excuses for why you were so bad? Like,
Right. Right.
Don't play that
Well, that's
game.
probably why they didn't say the thing about him having a cold, but he clearly had a cold. I mean, I think like he should have said, like, sorry about my voice. I'm, got a cold, whatever. I mean, but you're right. No matter what he does, they're going to go, oh, making excuses and he's old and he's sick. And, I mean, it just,